This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hi everyone, good morning.
Morning, Sujit.
Hello.
Morning.
So what we were discussing in the last session?
Java module and MuleSoft.
Java module, right? So
Yes.
everyone completed that part till yesterday. I mean till last session, everyone completed the parts. That means everyone practiced.
Hi, Sujit. I did it, but I get an error of 500 on Postman. What am I doing wrong?
Uh,
It got deployed, but
Okay, but you can see the logs and console also, right?
yes, I see everything. But then as soon as
What is
I
that?
go to Postman, I get 500 error in both the
That's fine.
static
But
and non-static.
no, no. In the
Oh,
console, you will be getting some message, right? In the Anypoint Studio console, you will be getting some message. What type of error it is like that?
okay. Let me just run it and see again.
Yeah. So always you need to see the errors in your console. It will be give a very descriptive error message, so you will easily find out.
Okay.
Okay, till now where we developed the applications. Yeah, till now where we developed the applications by using what platform?
Any point
Studio.
studio?
Yeah, of course. And also where we deployed the application.
Conference.
Hmm? Come again.
On premise.
On premise, that means where exactly? On premise only
In
did you
local in
start?
local system.
um of course, I mean again, in a mule server, basically in a mule
Yes, mule.
runtime. In a
Mule,
mule
yes.
runtime, where is that mule runtime is running? I mean, where you got that mule runtime? Did you get that mule runtime separately? Did you start at the server? No, right? We explicitly didn't start at any server, isn't it? So how it got deployed? Who started that mule runtime? But where is that mule runtime if you want to start manually? It is an embedded mule runtime with a Anypoint Studio. Of course, as you said, it is running on your local machine itself. So basically, we are going to talk about deployment strategies. Deployment strategies. So what are the deployment strategies we have? When we talk about the deployment strategies, we need to look for two things. I mean, what are the terminologies you need to be aware? Like one is runtime plane, and one more is control plane. Okay, runtime plane and a control plane. So we'll talk about deployment strategies. So what are the deployment strategies we have? One is on-premises deployment strategy. One is cloud hub deployment strategy. One is hybrid deployment strategy. One more is runtime fabric. Unfortunately, these are runtime fabric we cannot show because it is a part of advanced level. At the same time, only if you have a subscription packages, this option is enabled. In the trial versions, it will not be enabled. But if you are aware of this on-premises cloud hub and hybrid, and if you watch any documents or any videos in YouTube, you will understand easily about a runtime fabric also. But first, this on-premises, cloud hub, and hybrid. So, what is the runtime plane? That means where the servers are running. If you are choosed on-premises deployment strategy, where the servers are running, yeah, on-premises means where the servers can be run. If it is on-premises, local, correct? And we cannot manage that servers from anywhere. Everything is a manual process in the on-premises deployment strategy. For that, we require a standalone servers. For training purpose, they have given a trial versions of a standalone servers. You can download from the website and you can use that to deploy the applications as well. Yeah, next cloud to come to the cloud hub deployment strategy, where the servers are running on a cloud hub deployment strategy, where the servers are running. This is
In the cloud.
in the cloud itself. Why long pause, guys? The name itself it says cloud hub, right? So on the any point platform cloud account, that means which is nothing but a cloud hub, right? And from where we can manage the servers, again from the cloud only. It's a MuleSoft hosted cloud platform, okay, which is nothing but a cloud hub. Okay. Now when you come to the hybrid, I mean, in other words, we can call that as a remote deployment strategy as well. Yeah. Yes, please, please. Hybrid deployment strategy, where the servers are running. Hybrid is a combination of on-premises and a cloud. So in a hybrid deployment strategy, the servers will be running on a local, can be managed from the MuleSoft cloud. That means we need to establish a connection between these two entities. Yeah. And runtime fabric, where the servers are running in the runtime fabric on a cloud, from where we can manage that from the cloud itself. But this time we can manage that from the MuleSoft cloud, but servers will be running on a your own private cloud like a AWS. Again, we need to establish a connection between these two parties. Okay. Today we will discuss about on-premises deployment strategy and a hybrid deployment strategy, and I'm going to give some task for you. I mean, as an you need to go through that all the steps, whatever the requirements are given, and you need to observe how it works as well. Okay, very important part. So on-premises is very easy part. How to deploy, just I will let you know. Then we will move on to the hybrid. First, we'll start with the on-premises. Yeah. So on-premises deployment strategy. So on-premises means what? Servers should be running on your local machine. Till now we deployed on on-premises only, but comes with an embedded Mule runtime. Embedded, it's an embedded Mule runtime comes with the any point studio. You didn't start anything. So when you right click on run the project if in any point studio, what are the three steps happening, guys? What are the three steps happening over there? First one is,
Start.
everyone please unmute the mics and respond please. First step is what? Build. Second step is automatically it will start the Mule server, Mule runtime. Okay. Then
Deploy.
deploy. Right. Three steps. See, anywhere these three steps should be followed. Anywhere these three steps to be followed. Right. So first, build means we need to build that as a maven project. If the build is successful, then we can start the Mule server. From where we can which application I want to build actually. So let's take an example of I want to build this Java module demo, that start project actually, and I want to deploy that on a Mule server explicitly. So first, how to build this application. So right click on this project, whatever the project you choose to deploy, right click on that, export. So export this application. uh, See, you need to expand this fourth option, mule. We are going to expand or export this Anypoint Studio project to mule deployable archive. We are going to create one archive file out of this. Okay, select that part, and that archive file consists of project sources, modules, and dependencies. Without project sources and modules and dependencies, if you create any jar file, it is not eligible to deploy on a cloud app. Okay, you need to import it. And this is one of your certification question also, and they will be giving a screenshot like this, and they will ask you, okay, what are the default options enabled while you are building the application? Attach project sources and include project modules and dependencies. So just I will browse it to my desktop in order to deploy this application. I mean, just to pick up this application very freely, I'm just selecting my desktop as a location where I want to store this jar file. So what's happening here? When I click on a finish, what is happening here? You can see it is creating one package with all the modules and the dependencies as a resources. This application I want to deploy on a standalone server. Okay, so now the point is we need to have a standalone server. So if you downloaded my softwares, I think Shalini, I sent you again the softwares and all. Since you asked again, so in the softwares folder, if you can see, I already given three mule runtimes: 4.2, 4.3, and a 4.4. So let's go to the softwares. In this software, if you can see, I have given three zip files: 4.2, 4.3, and 4.4. If you want to directly download from the website about a 4.4, it's very easy. How you downloaded Anypoint Studio? Anyone downloaded Anypoint Studio?
Yes.
Yes.
So from the website?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what you
Oh,
should do is same place. Just go to the same place where you can. Okay. Otherwise, uh, directly you can type mule runtime download, or else if you go to the place where you downloaded a mule Anypoint Studio, there you need to select the product. Okay, so you can see previously if you click on download Anypoint Studio mule. Okay, let's go with the same option. So we landed in this page, right? So you just select the product here. So now mule standalone, which version? Latest version, operating system accordingly, and give the first name, last name, email id, and all this. Just fill up this form, click on a download. Once you click on a download, you will be getting a zip file like this: mule e distribution standalone zip file like that. Okay, so if you can use this one, or you can directly download, both are same. Now let me extract this zip file. I mean, since I already downloaded earlier, let me extract the zip file and let me show you the structure of the mule server.
Sujit, you send me as .rar file. I'm not able to download. Can you
Same files I
send me
sent to
as?
everyone.
I'm not able to download.
Did
Actually,
you just
none
think?
of.
I mean, it is not depends on the file type, no? Any file should be downloaded, right? Any
I'll
file
just send
should
you
type
this. I'll just send you that screenshot and just if you can help me there.
downloaded. I mean, in the download part, while extraction, if you can face a problem, I can use some other options. But I mean, it's a RAR file, which is nothing but a zip. Actually, you can see in the type of the file which I have. All are zip. I mean, you can extract by using a WinRAR file, WinRAR as a tool for extraction. If you have problem, I can help you in that. But why you not able to download it? First thing, you should
It
have a very good
says
internet. Yeah, what it is?
it says there is one module which is corrupted, so it cannot extract. So I'm
Corrupted.
doing
Huh?
it.
Okay. Which one?
Yeah,
Softwares folder or documents folder you're talking about?
software.
Softwares, okay, sometimes it happens like that. I will reshare it again. Okay, but the point is, uh, software is not required in my view, not required of softwares folder. You can directly
Sure.
download from the website all the times, because not nothing more we are going to use. Okay, everything available as a free in the one in the website itself. I will tell both the options just in case in internet is a problem, then I want you to go with the already downloaded from my side. So in every case, I asked everyone to download from the website itself. Every time you will be getting the latest versions in that perspective. Yeah. So you can directly download from the website all this anywhere studio, Mule, runtimes and all. So just I shown you the option, right? Just go through that option and download a Mule runtime. Yeah. Yes,
And
Shalini.
Sujit,
Yeah.
for the documents, could you please share this in the zip format instead of the RAR? I'm having some issue with the RAR in my laptop.
Downloading
Now downloading
or
is fine. Opening because it's in RAR format. I'm
That's
having some
what.
issue in my
Please
laptop.
use WinRAR tool for that. It's easy. I mean, it's a open source only. It will extract exactly the zip files. WinRAR.
Okay. Yeah, I tried that actually. Yeah, I'll try it again. I was just thinking like if in case if you could share this in zip instead of RAR.
I
I'll try
tried
again.
earlier with the zip files. Zip files are corrupting a lot when you're sending it across.
Oh,
That's why we
is it
converted
okay?
it to RAR.
That's fine. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Try it out one more time. If still it's not working, then I will help you out with that zip files again. I will zip it and I will send you. Okay. That's not a big deal.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. Thanks, Sujit.
Yeah, okay. So here you can see guys, 4.4 server, I opened that. You can see this is the structure. Apps folder, bin folder, there are folders, few folders where you can see how to deploy the, I mean, some folders are related to deploying the application, some one folder is related to how to start the server, and one folder is related to the configurations files, and all the projects are till now deployed on domains folder. And if you want to patches, if you want to add any patches like that, then you can use libraries. And for every application at your server level, if you deploy, one log file will be created. What you see in any point to the console, that logs you can see in the logs folder. So like that, all this folder apps is the place where you can deploy the application. So deploy means with what, manually placing that jar file in the apps folder. Automatically when the server is started, that will be picked up and be deployed. And from where you can start the server, if you go to the bin folder, there are some executable files. So mule.batch file, this is the batch file, windows batch file, which is related to starting the mule server. So basically that is the starting point. Once you start the server, then you can go to the apps folder. Three steps to be followed. First is build. Already I built that application, that means exported as a jar file. That is nothing but a building the application. And second one is what, starting the server. How to start the server? You should go to the bin folder and execute this mule batch file. It will start a mule server, right? So once the server is started, it will pick the application present in the apps folder and deploy it, right? So three steps are completed. So basically conf folder is the place where you get all the configurations, mainly in the wrapper file. So if you can open that notepad and you have a look, and if you want to pass any runtime arguments to that application, and in this wrapper file you need to pass -d key value pairs, because all your mule applications are Java applications. So if you want to run any Java command, I mean, if you want to run any Java class, and if you want to pass any arguments, you know the syntax. What is that? -d key value pair that you need to pass in the wrapper file, right? So let's start with the start the server. I mean, starting the server. It's a very simple process and a manual process, I can say. Okay. So let's go to the first, we'll start the server. Go to the bin folder, just double click on the batch file. You can see mule home is set to e softwares, my in my softwares folder. This is the location where my mule server is loaded, right? It is starting that. Who will start that? Basically, whenever I double click on the mule runtime, that means mule batch file, if you can see some tanuki is the is a software where it will internally read the files from the configuration folder. So my Tanuki, once I start the batch file, you can see the Tanuki software. What it will do, it will internally read the configurations present in the wrapper file. So accordingly, it will start a mule server. So all these logs, what you can see on the console, are related to your mule runtime. Just scroll it down. It's a mule runtime. So all these are related to your mule runtime. In the last, you can see the same, I mean, these all the commands are you able to see in your anypoint studio also on your console when you start the server, correct? Because it is started embedded mule runtime. So this is the servers these are the logs, you know already. These are logs related to what? These are the logs related to Mule runtime. Status deployed means what? Mule server is started successfully. Under which domain? Default domain. Don't worry about the domains. As I told, we have a separate session for that. Right? And every 5 seconds, your Tanuki will check, will poll on, it will check whether the mule runtime is started or not. In some case, if it is crashed, you don't need to go and start it again. Automatically, it will start the server. Every 5 seconds, it will cross check. It will check the heartbeat of the child. Tanuki is the parent. Its mule server is your child. So it will check the heartbeat of the child. That means whether mule server is started or not. If anything wrongs goes wrong, every 5 seconds it will poll, right, and it will check whether it is started or not. Accordingly, it will restart the server, right? So it is an internal command. We cannot change these seconds also. Okay, basically it's an internal what do you call the action it is taking behind the scenes, right? So now my mule server is started just by going to the bin folder and double click on the batch file. Now, first one is build, second one is starting the server, third one is what? Deploying the application. How to deploy? Just go to the apps folder, and where is the application which I downloaded just now? 02 Java module, right? Now, let's go to the apps folder and let me place that file in the apps folder. It is the jar file which is I'm saving in the I mean in this location I'm storing what? Jar file. Once I click on that, you can see in the command prompt you can observe, and it is extracted as a folder. If you can see here, it is extracted as a folder, right? So what you understood from this scenario, I mean, how you will come to know whether the application is deployed perfectly or not, is started perfectly or not. That means successful deployment. How will I come to know? On what basis?
In
Based
the
on the
console,
console
you can.
logs. Based on the console logs, can I say now? Started up 02 Java module start and all.
Yes.
Yeah. Not only that, you can see in the apps folder one more anchor file got created. After successful deployment, one anchor file got created. We can say this is an acknowledgement of a successful deployment. Acknowledgement of successful deployment. If I open the anchor file here, you can see it is asking you to, okay, can anyone read? Simple. Read, no? Delete this
Del-
file. Yeah, please go ahead.
delete this file while mule is running to remove the artifact in a clean way.
Yeah, delete this file means what? Which file? Deleting the anchor file. So deleting the anchor file. When? While mule server is running. When the mule server is running. For what you need to delete if your intention is to undeploy the application from the server. So the meaning is delete this file, anchor file, while mule server is started and running. For what? To remove the artifact. Artifact means the project. To remove this Java module start project, if you want to undeploy from this server, you need to delete the anchor file. So this statement will come into the picture. This statement is will have some value only if the mule server is started successfully, isn't it? Yeah. So let's get the output first of a successful deployment. Then I will show you if if I delete this anchor file, it is going to undeploy or not as well. So 8081 slash. So am I getting a response? That means can I say my application is deployed successfully? Yes. Now let's remove this anchor file and have a look in the console backend. I'm removing the anchor file. You can see in the console behind the scenes what's happening. Disposing the application 02 Java module start undeployed artifact 02. So guys, understood? Yes guys, understood? How to deploy the application onto the on-premises? Just you need to start the batch file in the bin folder and then deploy the application in the apps folder. If you want to undeploy, remove the tanker file. 3 steps. Right? Very easy. But when you come to the hybrid deployment strategy, what do you mean by hybrid? Hybrid. As I told, hybrid means combination of on-prem and cloud hub. Combination of on-premises and a cloud hub. Okay. So now I will put it in a very simple language so that any layman also should understand. That is my point here. Okay. Let me put it on premises and a cloud hub, and also we can call that as a remote deployment strategy. Okay. So let's take this is the location, on premises location, on premises. Let's take this is the Bangalore location. The servers are running in the Bangalore location, and within the organization we have a team who developed one application here in Delhi. Okay, and we have one more application developed B by developers who is in Chennai. Okay, so this application A I want to deploy on the servers on premises. Let's take we have one 4.4 running on the Bangalore location. We have 4.3 running on a Bangalore location. We have a 4.2 and we have a 4.4. So multiple servers running on the Bangalore location. Okay. So this 4.4 is different. This 4.4 is different. Don't get confused. Both are not same. Okay. So if I want to deploy this application from another location to the server running on another location, how we can do that generally? What is an idea? Generally, how we can deploy that in such scenario? Yes,
Cloud.
cloud means generally. I'm not talking about a mule software. Yes, please.
Will connect to that server, right, and deploy it.
How we can connect? I want to deploy the application on premises server which is running in a different location. Cloud means again servers are running on a cloud platform, but here the servers are running on the on premises location.
So
So common access on the cloud. Oh, sorry.
Again, I mean common access on the cloud. That means the servers are running on a cloud.
Yeah.
No, right? That is not the scenario here. Servers are running on premises in a different location. But actually,
Applications.
answer is correct. Cloud, but cloud will come into the picture. But the servers are running on a cloud or not?
no,
No.
Here, our case is the servers should be running on premises only. should
Yeah.
be managed on the cloud platform. So let's take, I don't want to hold for a long time here. Um, we need to have one any point platform account. What is it? Any point platform. So any point platform, is it a cloud account? I can say, which is nothing but a cloud hub. Correct? Under that, there is one application. Can you please name few applications under the any point platform account which you already know?
Exchange,
Exchange,
design center,
Design Center, Public Portal, API Manager, Access Management, right?
runtime
Like that, yeah, like that. We have one more application called Runtime Manager. Runtime Manager, which is having two options. What are the two options? Basically, mainly two options are available under the Runtime Manager. One is applications. Whatever the applications you want to deploy, you need to upload these applications by using this application folder. While uploading, you can choose on which server. So there is a tab called server tab. We can add any server to this any point platform runtime manager from the on-premises location. So if I want to register registration, okay, this 4.4 server, I will register this 4.4 server with the runtime manager with some unique name like Sujit1 example. Okay, what is the server? It's a 4.4 server. So who will create this connection? Who will establish the connection? So there will be one mule agent. So he is responsible to establish a connection between the on-premises server in one location with the cloud platform, any point platform runtime manager. We'll call this as a whole any point management center. So mule agent means what? Mediator, general meaning, right? So that mule agent will establish a connection between these two parties, like on-premises and the any point management center. So when I say registration, only the metadata of a server will be registered on the runtime manager. Don't think that servers are running on the cloud platform. Servers are running on the on-premises only. Only the metadata we can manage from the runtime manager than the cloud platform. Like first time we need to start the server from the on-premises only. Once you start the server, then then we can stop that or we can restart from the runtime manager. But the first time the connection, after establishing the connection, we need to start the server from the on-premises itself. That means the servers are running on a on-premises itself. For example, now I want to deploy. I'm a person who is from the same organization having a access to this anypoint platform with the username and password. We can log it. So once you log into that anypoint platform account, I can see under the runtime manager applications window and the server window, right? Now let's take, there are Sujit 1 and Sujit 2 servers. One is 4.4, one is 4.3. Okay, two servers are registered and up and running. I started the servers from the runtime manager, from the on-premises itself. Okay, both are running. What is the status? Running status. Okay, now from the, as a developer from the remote location, I'm just logged into this anypoint platform account and I choose an application tab. I upload this application to the runtime manager. Upload, not deployment. Okay, upload. Once I upload that, or while uploading, there we can choose server. On which server you want to deploy, Sujit 1 or Sujit 2. We can choose the server. One, I mean, if for example, I choose 4.4, the Sujit 1 server. Through the runtime manager, I'm able to deploy that application onto the 4.4 server, right? Basically, I'm deploying onto the on-premises server from a remote location. That is why we'll call that as a remote deployment strategy. Got it? But you registered the server. You registered one more server, 4.2. Okay, for example, only registration. The status is what? Created, not running. Okay. So in that case, as a developer, if I am uploading and once I selected the target on which server you want to deploy, you need to select the target. There you will see only 4.4 and 4.3, not 4.2. Only registration will not show you, or will not show under the deployment target. Okay, only servers which are started will be shown under the deployment target. Okay, and deploy application tab will be enabled under any point platform cloud account. There are two environments by default. One is a sandbox environment, which is useful for development environment, where we have a deployment option also. And there is a design environment, okay, only for design purpose. Okay, so we use in the development environment the sandbox environment, which is created with a very less cost infrastructure and all. Okay, so in the real scenarios, when you have any point platform account from the organization, there you can be they will be having a production environment. So accordingly you can create a environments also, your own environments, like what type of infrastructure you want behind the scenes. So all these things will be taken care with admins, you don't need to much worry about that. But first, initially, we need to select a sandbox environment for a deployment. If you select the sandbox environment, then only you can see, when you are deploying the application, you can see the option called deploy. If you choose any other environment, there it will show, there it doesn't, I mean, it will not show any option to deploy the application. Okay, so deployment can be done only in the sandbox environment, right? I will show you that practically as well. So basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to deploy the application from one location to another location through any point platform account under the runtime manager. Clear? So for that, first step is what? We need to have a any point platform account, right? Then we need to register the server with the runtime manager. And then from the, as a developer, I can deploy the application onto the server when on premises through the runtime manager. Okay, let's start how we can do that. So I will give the sign up link for you guys. Directly you can go to the sign up page and you can do that as well. Let me give otherwise. I'm giving you the chat box. Please have a, if anyone want, you can take it. Just you need to give the full name, email ID, phone number, company name, username and password. Okay. Once you give, I mean, this username and password is important. With the same, whatever the mail ID you are given, with that same mail ID you can create multiple accounts also, but username should be different. Only that this should be different. Okay, of course password different should be, it's up to you. So username should be different, and you can create an account. Now just click on a sign in. I already have an account. So if you want to verify, you can verify, otherwise you can ignore. So this is your anypoint platform account. On the right side you can see this is the account actually I have. Okay, I have given the profile name as a developer. Okay, account name as a developer. Okay, this is my profile, right? So next, under this anypoint platform, there are multiple applications like design center, exchange, access management, where it is not related to developer, it is related to the admin level. Anypoint platform cloud account is having a admin concept also, where admin can create environments. Under that environment, users, he can invite the external users, and also he can provide the access to a runtime manager or any other application based on the eligibility, and he can create the business groups. So basically admin can do multiple things on the cloud hub environment. Okay, so we will go with the API manager to create a proxy and all, you know already. And now we need to register the servers with the runtime manager. So just click on a runtime manager. If you already some runtimes are exist from my previous sessions, I will delete that and show you freshly as well. Yeah, so here you can see first time when you logged in directly, it will not you to take to the sandbox design and sandbox. Okay, just go with the sandbox environment. If you want to switch, you can click on that and you can switch to that. Right now I'm in a sandbox environment. So there are two options you can see: applications, okay, and a servers. So first we need to register the server, which server I want. For example, let's close the server which already existing, which is in running state. And also I want to register this application, this server, mule server 4.4. How to register? Very simple. Go to the servers tab. I want to add one server. It is having some unique code. You need to give the name for that server, right? So I'm just giving a Sujit1 as a server name, which is appended to the unique code here. You can see. Next, execute this command from your server bin directory. Copy the command. It is asked me to go to the server bin directory. So let's go to the bin directory, cd to the directory, cmd, because in this command what we have, basically it's a Linux command. Okay, just remove the dot and slash which is prefixed to amc underscore setup. See, amc underscore setup means what? Any point management center setup with this on-premises location. So if I click on enter, server is getting started. That means basically my not server, sorry, not server, mule agent. Mule agent is created and is establishing a communication between any point management center and the on-premises server. So now we can see successful. Once you click if, before closing this, just go and check in your runtime manager. Yeah, Sujit one server is it created? Only registration is happened. Okay, you can close this. Once the registration is happened, you can close this. The bridge between these two is established. Next part is what? You need to start this server. How to start the server? We cannot start from this environment. We cannot start from here. If you can just select this horizontal any place, you can see the options. Only we have a delete because only it is created. There is no option to start or restart or shut down initially. So first we need to start the server from the bin folder by using this batch file. Just have a look from where I started the server, from which location I started the server, guys. From on premises, right? Where should I see
Yes.
that change? Status should be changed from created to running. If the connection between these two parties established successfully, I should see the status of the server which is in on-premises should be changed to running on the cloud environment. So it is running now, right? My server is started up and running. So again, three steps: build, start, and deploy. First one is build. Already the jar file is present, right? And second thing is what? My server is started. Third step is what? Deploying the application. How to deploy the application? Should I go to the apps folder and should I deploy here? Then it will become on-premises deployment strategy, no? So idea is what? From the remote location I want to deploy. So let's take, I'm a developer who logged into this anypoint platform account again, right? So as a developer, what I will do, I will go to the applications tab. There I will choose a deploy application, and you need to choose the file, which file you want to deploy. Let me upload that file, java module start project. Upload that file. And since you are in a cloud of environment, automatically it will give the multiple options here. You can go with any option. So let's go with the hybrid option here. See, under this hybrid, only running targets may be used. Only if you register status is created, it will not visible here. Okay, since my application, my server is started, that's why I'm able to see Sujit1 server as a deployment target. And if you want to pass any runtime arguments to that application, under the property as a key value pair, you can pass here. Okay, and always the file name should be unique in this environment under this account. Let's take a, I'm just giving ja. So these are the naming conventions to be followed. These are the naming conventions to be followed. What are the naming conventions? You should not start the name with internal hyphen, or it should not start with or end with a dash. Okay, so it does not start with an internal hyphen, right? And minimum and maximum length of characters to be used, and application name should be available in the cloud account, and it is required to give the name, and only letters and numbers are used. Okay, so basically since I've given only two characters, it is not allowed me to deploy. One more thing, as I told, deploy application at tab should be enabled only. One second. See, one second. My mouse is behaving in odd way. So here you can see on the right side in the bottom, if you can see here, is it enabled? No, right? Because I didn't follow the naming convention. Sometimes if you follow the naming convention, then also it will not be enabled because this sandbox environment should maybe in a design. Okay, these are the two options you need to check when you see the deploy application if it is not enabled. Okay, so let's take I will give Java. So is it enabled now? You can see. Yeah. Now deploy application. I just click on a deploy application. The blue color bar represents a uploading application. And you can see the information of this uploading successful or not, where you can see that, guys. Yeah, where you can see that, option
The logs.
in the logs of your Mule runtime. From where I started this server, where you can see all these logs
On-prem.
on your on-prem. Just go to the apps folder. My application, is it get deployed? Is it getting deployed? Yeah. So my application is getting deployed through the runtime manager to the on-premises. Correct? What is the status? Started. Now, what is the URL? Very interesting part here. What is the URL? Since I deploy through application through the cloud, what is the URL should be? Should be localhost or a cloud URL?
It should be cloud URL, right?
Purposefully ask this question. Where my server is running.
Local.
So where should I send the request? Local only, no?
Local.
Where my
Yeah,
server is
local.
started and running, there I should send a request. I mean, people will get confused here. That's why I pointed that point. So 8081. Am I getting a response? Correct. Guys, understood how to register the server, how to deploy the application from the on-premises to another location through the runtime manager cloud account. Understood or not understood? Hmm? For this, we don't have a document. You need to practice by watching the video. Okay. So I want you to complete these 4 steps by tomorrow. First step is whatever the steps I have done. I registered on 4.4 server, right? Complete that. Replicate same steps. So how many servers are registered by first completion of first step? One server got registered. Correct? Now second step. Let's assume you register this 4.4 server for the first time, right? In the second step also I want you to register same server with runtime manager. First time I registered a 4.4, I want you to register the same server again, not another 4.4 or not another 4.3. So I want you to observe whether it is going to allow or not. If it is allowed, well and good. If it is not allowed, on what basis your runtime manager is able to identify whether the server is already registered or not? You need to identify that. Okay. Third step, not identify, you need to observe that. Third step, register another server. I have given a 4.3 or 4.2 also, right? You can use either 4.3 or a 4.2, or if you want another 4.4 server instead of same, if you want another 4.4 server, before extraction of the zip file, just rename it and extract it again. That will be another 4.4 server. Okay, you can use in that way also. Okay, if you have another 4.3, you can register happily that one as well, right? So basically not the same server. I want you to register another server in a third step. Okay, by completion of step 3, definitely you will be having a 2 servers, or if in second option, if it is allowed, 3 servers. Okay, so By completion of step 3, you will be having a 2 servers running on your runtime manager. Now fourth step, deploy application on both the servers. Deploy the application, Java module application on both servers. Okay, and please let me know what are your observations on these 4 steps. Having a clarity on the requirement, that is most important.
Yeah.
Any questions here?
You'll upload this video, right, Sujit?
Of course, yes. Why not?
Sure. Thank you.
Because actually immediately cannot do, because till 11 o'clock I will be having a back-to-back sessions, and also video will take some time for conversion from go to meeting to playable format. So that is the reason I am uploading little bit late.
Sure, Sujit.
Okay then. Thank you. Thanks for joining for today. We'll meet in tomorrow session. Yes,
Thank
Raghu.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.